All right, welcome everyone to The Explainer. Here at K-INNOSHOW 2025, we're spotlighting the absolute best in Korean tech. And today, we're diving into a company that really captures that innovative spirit. They started out by basically painting the night sky with drone-mounted fireworks, but now they're using that very same technology to completely rewrite the rules for everything from logistics to national defense. So, let's get into it.
You know, every great company has an origin story, right? For Pablo Air, it all kicked off with this spark of national pride. Back at the 2018 Pyeongchang Winter Olympics, there was this incredible drone show. But when the founder, Kim Young-jun, who's a former Special Forces sergeant, by the way, found out it was done by a foreign company, it just sparked this one thought: why not us? And that single question, well, it launched a company that wasn't just going to answer it, but aimed to lead the entire world.
All right, so let's start where most people first get to know Pablo Air, with the art. This is the stunning public-facing side of their amazing technology. Now, we're not just talking about a few drones with some pretty lights. Pablo Air creates these huge, mesmerizing drone art shows. Think of them as massive, synchronized ballets in the sky. And they have a secret weapon: pyrotechnics. Yep, they are the only company in all of South Korea with the tech and the official government approval to strap fireworks to their drones. The result is something you just don't forget. And when I say scale, I mean this is truly world-class stuff. In 2023, Pablo Air didn't just break a record. They shattered it, setting a new Guinness World Record by flying 1,068 pyro drones, all in a single performance. Just try to imagine the complexity of that. Every single one of those points of light is an individual flying robot armed with fireworks, all performing this flawless choreography. It's not just art, it's a massive, massive technical achievement. So that number, 1,068 drones, it just begs the question, right? How on earth is that even possible? Let's pull back the curtain a little and take a look at the secret sauce that makes all that spectacle happen. No, seriously, think about it for a second. It's not like there's one person with 1,000 joysticks. The answer is in a really powerful type of AI that actually mimics nature, like flocks of birds or schools of fish. The core tech is called swarm intelligence. So instead of having this one central brain trying to micromanage every single drone, the intelligence is spread out. Each drone is autonomous. It can make its own decisions, it talks to the drones around it, and it collaborates to get the job done. They're not just blindly following a script. No, they're actually working together like a real intelligent team. Okay, so this is really how you measure who's leading the pack in this field. Swarm capability has these different levels. From level 1, which is just one pilot for one drone, all the way up to level 4. That's where one operator can manage a whole complex swarm of these autonomous collaborating drones. And get this, Pablo Air is the first company in Korea to hit level 4. That puts them in a very, very small club of companies globally. So if you can teach 1,000 drones to paint the sky with fire, what else can you do with that power? This is where the story gets really interesting, because this is where Pablo Air pivots. They take that core technology and start applying it to redefine what's possible in completely different industries. The first, and maybe the most surprising application, is in defense. That exact same swarm intelligence they use to make art becomes an incredibly powerful strategic tool. It's a total game changer for the modern battlefield. Their Pablo M combat system is fascinating. The idea here isn't one big, pricey jet. No, it's about sheer numbers. They can pull off what's called a salvo strike. That's a coordinated attack from dozens of low-cost drones hitting a target from all sides at once, completely overwhelming its defenses. And because the drones are cheap to make and have modular parts, it's a whole new way of thinking about tactical assets. Okay, so from the battlefield to the airfield, it turns out that same incredible precision has a totally different but just as critical application. The technology is now changing how we keep commercial airplanes safe to fly. I mean, just look at these numbers. The difference is absolutely staggering. A typical manual inspection of a plane's exterior, that could take 9 technicians a full 10 hours. With Pablo Air's Inspect system, a swarm of drones with LiDAR sensors does a better job in just 3 hours with only 3 technicians. You're talking huge savings in time and money, over 50% in cost. And you're getting a more accurate inspection. It's a total win-win.
And it doesn't stop there. Think about it. If your drones can fly that precisely around a multi-million-dollar airplane, they can definitely handle zipping through a city to deliver a package, connecting remote places with incredible speed.
And we're not talking about just some experiments. Pablo Air is already a leader in Korea. They hold the national record for the longest delivery flight, a crazy 80.6 kilometers. They launched the very first convenience store drone delivery service in the country and proved it could work in a city. And now, they're getting ready to bring that whole proven system to the US for commercial launch. So this brings up a pretty logical question, right? If you've got art drones and inspection drones and delivery drones all zipping around in the sky, who's playing air traffic controller? Well, this is their most ambitious project yet. Urban Air Mobility, or UAM. They're essentially building the brain, the intelligent traffic control system for the skies of tomorrow's smart cities. So this chart gives you a really clear picture of their business right now. Those incredible drone shows, that's about 60% of their revenue. That's the cash cow, you could say. But look where the focus is shifting. A growing 25% comes from defense, 10% from inspection, and the rest from those future markets. It's a brilliant move, really. They're using art to pay for the future of industry and defense. Okay, so where is all this heading? Let's wrap up by looking at how this company took a dream that started in Korea and is now making it a global reality. And their growth has just been meteoric. Seriously, look at this timeline. They were founded in 2018. By 2021, they'd already set up a US corporation. 2023, they smashed the world record. Then in 2024, they got critical FAA approvals and started doing shows at huge venues like LA Dodger Stadium. The next big goal? A planned IPO on the KOSDA exchange in 2026. Now, you don't grow that fast without some serious financial backing. Pablo Air has already secured over $30 million in investment. They even earned the title of Innovation Icon from the Korea Credit Guarantee Fund, which basically unlocked another $15 million in support for them. And you can see it's already working, with $2 million in U.S. exports already on the books. And this is where it all comes back full circle. A company like Pablo Air doesn't just grow in a vacuum. Their success is absolutely their own, but it's also part of this bigger national strategy. They were handpicked for the DIPS 1000 Plus project, which is a government program to nurture the most promising tech startups. So their growth is actively being supported by South Korea's Ministry of SMEs and Startups. It's basically the nation placing a bet on the K-tech companies they believe are going to be global leaders. So that really leaves us with one final big question. Pablo Air's slogan is "Limits Redefined." And after seeing how they've managed to turn entertainment into a defense tool and art into industrial efficiency, you really have to wonder, when technology can swarm with this level of intelligence, what limits are even left? Something to think about. Thanks for tuning in.